What manner of creature stands behind this counter? Man or machine is the big mystery. With every transaction comes a sweet satisfaction as I cement my place in history. It's just another sale to this comic selling alpha male.
Hello everybody, and welcome to I Sell Comics, broadcasting live from Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash. My name is Ming Chen, sitting next to me in front of this beautiful backdrop.
You like it?
I love it. I can't get over it. I think it's a work of art.
People are stunned when they come into the stash for the first time.
How stunned?
Stunned. Hi, everybody. I'm Michael Zapcic.
Yeah, did you introduce yourself? Nobody knows who you are.
You didn't introduce me, so I figured I have to take the bull by the horns.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So anyway.
You mess with the bulls.
You get the horns. That's right.
Horns.
And I do raid Barry Manilow's wardrobe. So
that's definite,
yeah,
yes.
Of course. Do you think he's got a Shared Universe hoodie here available on the Shared Universe website?
He's not that
awesome.
Cool.
All
you
right.
can be that awesome though. We have plenty of them left. Going fast. Go to shareduniverse.com.
You can't really say that because it doesn't give people that imperative. We've got plenty of them, but they're going fast. It's like, which is it? Are they going fast, or do you have plenty of them?
It can be both.
No, it can't.
It can be both.
No. You gotta give them that sense of urgency. You gotta get it now.
All right, if you don't get it today, they're gonna be gone forever.
Yeah, they're done.
Yeah, they're rarer than Kilroy was here. That's how rare they are.
Oh, really? Non-fungibles? Okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, that's the big news of the day.
I heard about that, and I had to look up what a non-fungible was.
You just like saying fungible.
Fungible it's a fungible word to say.
Yeah, Kevin's jumping into the NFT game.
I think that's cool as hell.
It's big news. No filmmaker. I don't think any filmmaker's done this yet. So
Not yet.
Kevin's always one step ahead of everybody else.
And God bless him. I mean, during a time of COVID, he goes during a lockdown where we can only have half of our normal amount of people in here.
Yes.
We have to do a cutoff.
Yes.
He goes and reopens his comic book shop in a new location.
He's always doing crazy stuff, man.
Bigger and better. And I mean, if that's not a sign that, he believes in stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know what is. And the fact that he's venturing out into this, I think it's pretty cool. I think this non-fungible thing is...
You could own a Kevin Smith movie.
Yeah.
It's not going to be cheap.
No.
It's not going to be cheap.
But you can get the...
I don't even know what the starting bid is.
It's like the download rights. You could take it on the road like Kevin did. He did with Reboot.
Anyone watching, anyone listening right now can own a Kevin Smith movie.
And I was looking this up, and I'm like, wow, that's really weird. Some dude owns a tweet from Mark Cuban. And I'm like,
yeah.
Okay, I don't understand it, but cool.
Well, here I think I was trying to put it in terms that you might be able to understand. This podcast, we could sell this podcast to somebody. Somebody could own this episode. We could make money off of this in the most simplest of terms. But everything's digital now. So we record this podcast, but there's no way, it's not tangible per se. It's not like it's not like that phone in front of you.
It's non-fungible.
Right. But
okay.
You could sell it so that one person actually owns it.
Folks, go Google fungible.
Which I'm excited about. I want to sell these. We could sell these podcasts as NFTs, man. And who wants to own? We could sell episode 1 of I Sell Comics. That's a landmark piece of history.
It's sort of like owning an Incredible Hulk 181.
Well, your previous argument was whenever anyone asked you whether or not you like digital comics or not, your standard answer was
it's not tangible. You
right.
can't hold it in your hands and resell value. But
right, your reply was always like, would you rather own a physical copy of Hulk 181 or do you want ones and zeros on an iPad? But now you can own them. You can own that ones and one. You could that's an actual thing.
But it's different because you're owning a copy. You're not like owning the Mona Lisa.
Right.
You don't have any rights to that book except to read it.
Right, but now potentially you could make that book and record you've been talking about for 80 years.
That would
and
be
then,
fantastic.
You could
Sell the
do it-
distribution rights.
Yeah, well, you could do it purely digital, which most comics are now.
I mean, it's 90. The book and record is 90% done. It's just me being a lazy sack of shit and not getting out there and finishing it and hiring an artist and having them do that.
The future is weird, my friends. But I mean, potentially we could sell these episodes as NFTs, which would be great.
Ming's like cha-ching.
Hey man, I'm researching blockchains right now, man. Like I guess we have an in,
But could
we have
they
an into a blockchain?
Could they take your? Could they take our I Sell Comics #1 and like
Well, whoever, yeah, if
They have the rights to do anything to it.
to that one episode, yes. Not the
Okay.
whole. They
Can
don't
you
own the
imagine
name,
Brian
but-
Johnson buying the entire
should, man.
catalog
Well,
and
here's-
just dissecting or
Here's-
putting
I-
all sorts
I
of
talked
really?
to him. He's like, "Man, I'm gonna buy some Bitcoin. I'm gonna buy all this stuff." I'm like, "Bro, what do you know about Bitcoin and all this?" He's like, "Nothing." I'm
He's
like,
like-
"Great. Have fun losing money." Then this is
Wow.
usually how it happens.
Wow, that's so weird that you're like, yeah, have fun losing money, but
Well-
buy I Sell Comics #1 and do whatever the hell you want with it.
Yeah, well, that he could understand. That isn't, that's put in terms of like I can buy it and run it into the ground.
I can, I can
or
just
draw
see him.
dicks all over
Yeah.
it, or
Yeah.
whatever he wanted.
These guys
to.
like to eat dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, dude,
He can say that for free though. He doesn't need
He-
to.
no,
buy,
he doesn't need to do
buy
that,
an
but-
NFT of.
But Brian,
Iso Comics
I mean,
#1.
seriously, throw some money at us if you're going to do that.
Yeah. Well, would you be open to something like that?
What,
If we
to
could
us
sell? Yeah, if we could
selling
sell just individual episodes. Like people could own individual episodes. Be kind of cool.
yeah,
I mean,
I
you would get extras with it. Like Kevin, I think some of these were the smoking tokens because he's also selling his own version of Bitcoin too,
Okay.
called smoking tokens. And if you buy, I think the platinum one, which is the highest tier, it's like $5,000 or something.
Right.
You get a walk-on part in Clerks 3.
Nice.
Yeah.
You get a walk-in part on I Sell Comics #309, which might be next week. I don't know.
No, that's this one. That's literally this one.
If you can go back in time, or you can get here in a half an hour before we finish. You get a walk-on.
Yeah, well, I
roll.
think we would throw in some extras, throw in a
Sure.
signed photo, right? At the very least,
Oh, at the very least, we would throw in, and maybe one of these really cool
hoodies.
shared universe hoodies.
Sure,
yes.
we just got hooked up with an actual blockchain, so you actually have ownership of it. But,
Right.
I mean, Kevin potentially he could be a billionaire off of this.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, they're I mean, it's not all like sunshine and rainbows.
No,
though.
I've seen some people who are naysayers, like you're killing the environment.
Well, I
I'm
saw
like,
that too, which I do a little more research on. Apparently, the carbon dioxide emissions from mining NFTs and hosting them is like it's killing the earth. Listen, that it may or may not be true. I don't know. I don't know if this is I don't know the science behind that. But I was like, where are you also like driving a Prius? Are you recycling like is it Ed Asner, who's the big environmentalist?
Ed Begley.
Ed Begley, I'm sorry. Ed Asner is no longer with us.
No, Ed Asner's still alive.
He's still with us?
Yes, he is.
No way.
Oh
That
my
guy's
God.
like 100 years old.
He's like 94 or 95.
94.
God bless him.
Okay.
And I mean,
Yeah, but these
you know what?
people, are you like not buying, are you not buying eggs because of the styrofoam? Like these people don't sound like environmentalists to me. They sound like detractors who are like, this is about you're killing the earth.
Yeah. Meanwhile, they're out there eating steak every night. And,
Yeah, I love that. Like you just became vegan. How dare you? I'm like, what does one really have to do with the other?
No,
you didn't do it
he's-
for environmental
Yeah,
reasons.
he's not really killing the environment.
I mean-
He's making less of a footprint.
I think
by going
making
vegan.
hummus probably takes up more resources than like making fossil fuels and
Well,
shit.
driving a Prius, they have to ship the Prius over from
Japan.
Japan or China.
Okay.
And I mean, even the battery, if it goes into a landfill, will it'll cause a mini meltdown. It stays there and it pollutes, the surrounding area. So I mean, I don't understand. We're already.
We're already screwed.
What is
Did you not see Wall-E? We're screwed.
What does Super Nintendo Chalmers always say? You know what? Enjoy the toboggan ride, kids. Everything will look like this in 6 months.
Yeah.
Everything will look like apocalypse.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's I don't know, and that's to me is a silly reason. And didn't we meet somebody who was mining Bitcoin?
Yeah, remember when we visited the Rick and Morty studios? When they were not in production, they turned into a Bitcoin mine.
Well, one of the guys
Bitcoin
was
farm.
he actually.
Yeah, they're like, hey, what are you doing to all this office space? Like, well, we're not in production until we sign the season 4 through 10 contract. That's the time period we were there. So he just set up he brought in a ton of computers in there. It looked like Cyberdyne from Terminator 2.
It did.
There are all these fans going off.
There was like a hand, just a cybernetic hand, it kept moving.
Yeah,
and
we didn't ask.
No.
We don't ask.
And I didn't want to know because I don't care. Because, and a lot of people are going to be like, well, you're the reason why this stuff happens. And I'm like, no, it's not that I don't care. It's that, what can I do? And that's, don't buy a non-fungible. Bullshit.
Well, that's the other drawback. They're expensive, so this is like first world. I mean, you gotta be have some coin to buy these coins.
Yeah, and you also have to be like so far thinking, and I can't wrap around the Bitcoin.
Yeah, but do you like money?
Of course, and I understand the principles
I know
of it.
you live in a world where you like to touch things.
Yes.
You like things in front of you.
I'm a tangible consumer. Right. How about that? There you go.
But you also live in a world where people, the value of something is what people will pay for it.
I very much live in that. I live and work in that environment. So,
and we're moving into a, almost primarily now a digital world. So, where digital goods can only have value if people place value on them. To place value on something, they have to be unique and
they have to be desirable, and it has to be something that people want.
Yeah,
and I think
movie.
The movie was
a Kevin Smith movie.
Kilroy was here.
A horror anthology.
Very cool.
I've met a couple of the cast members. People they made it a while ago, 2017. It was in collaboration. I think the Full Sail Academy. I think down in Florida.
Right.
The film school down there.
Or was it Ringling? Wasn't
it?
Oh
no,
Ringling?
Maybe it was Ringling.
Ringling.
It was one of those. Somebody else looked this up because obviously we're talking out of our ass. But
remember when we used to have a fact checker? That was awesome. Good.
But I mean,
good times.
This could. Not could. This will come into the comic book world though, with people. Even Walt draws everything digitally now, right? Does he even draw on paper anymore?
Yeah,
I see him on.
Don't know. I don't.
Once
think
he
so.
got that iPad, he poo-pooed it for a while, but I'm like, bro, you can
that's-
undo basically.
Yeah, you can erase.
screw up, and you can literally hit the little arrow that goes back, and you can undo what you just screwed up.
On paper, I don't think we've gotten any pages from.
Tangible pages.
Yeah, no tangible pages. From
So
Diamond,
with everything digital, this could save the industry, perhaps.
And in a
potentially.
way, and think about this. I mean, he's not drawing on paper, so that's one less tree that gets cut down.
now you're going back to the environment.
Yeah, now I'm going back.
When did you start
always
caring about the trees?
I've always cared about the trees.
Are you?
You kidding? I love going out and hiking, and I take my family, or used to take my family camping, like at least once a year.
Right. Well,
that was a long time ago.
Why'd you stop? Was
just
it
time constraints?
Oh,
so much.
Did you have
a
deliverance? Did deliverance happen? And like,
I
ain't going camping again.
No deliverance. That's a weird thing to bring up, but all right.
Well, you go to weird rural areas.
Rural areas up in New Jersey.
Yeah, like
up in Stokes National Park.
You go camping in New Egypt, New Jersey. You ever been there?
I never went camping, and why would anyone go camping in New Egypt? I did go to the New Egypt flea market. That was weird.
Yes, that's deliverance. Basically,
it was kind of awesome.
That's Hill Has Eyes right there.
Yeah, I know. That's what was so fascinating. You drive by and you're like, are people peeking out at me from those little dingy cottages?
Yeah.
But no, they actually set up for. You have to understand, New Egypt flea market it's
weird.
It's a flea market that has these little cabins that people set up in, and it's actually pretty cool. So they have their own little shops, essentially. I'm not sure how much the rent is there, or if you buy them. I don't know.
It's like Collingwood, but weird. But Collingwood's weird already.
Collingwood is weird.
This is like weird times 100. Like Collingwood times 100.
Yeah, it's very like Collingwood has a main. You go inside and there's a main building where you go in and people have stalls.
Sure. This was just little sheds.
This
next
is
to each
sheds,
other.
and the Amish didn't build these sheds. I know that for a fact because
Can we go set up there one day?
why not?
Can we go podcast from there one day?
Why not? Let's do it. Let's contact. I think they have tables outside, so we could.
Taking Hay Part 2?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Well, we'll sell it as an NFT. And then,
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, someone can own it.
Sure.
Yeah. The other, if you read the detractors, so the movie, you could buy it as an NFT. Means you own it. You can distribute it.
Right.
You can do whatever you want with it, including just keep it to yourself and not have it see the light of day.
Right. Sort of like The Day the Clown Cried.
Yes. Or
Okay.
that Wu-Tang album.
Okay.
That they only sold one copy of.
Well, that's pretty
And,
cool, don't you think?
Um,
Think about it just for the.
that is rather selfish.
Do you think
feel.
it's selfish? Why?
Yeah. 'Cause
You can
you're-
play it at parties and people are like, hey,
Yeah, you.
you dropped some really great beats at your party. Can I
Right.
have a mixtape? It's like, sure thing, $5,000.
Right.
It's like, wait a minute, mixtape you're supposed to give to me.
But music, movies, these are things that are to be exhibited, to be shared, to be to be shared with others, to be seen by millions. Not keep it to yourself like a spoiled kid with a toy that you won't share with other people.
But you paid for it. You can
Right.
do whatever you. And people have such a negative association with the word selfish. You're doing something for yourself. Mm-hmm. What's wrong with that?
With buying a Kevin
And now
Smith movie
there's
and keeping it
being
for yourself. It's
there's
little
being
selfish.
a complete but why is that a negative? Keeping something for yourself means that a million people don't come and get their germy, nasty, freaking hands all over it.
Right.
If you're being selfless, you're essentially destroying what you love.
Yeah. Sure. Well, chances are whoever buys it is not going to just sit on it.
I doubt
because
it.
there's potential to. Well, they're probably going to want to make their money back. And like I stated, this is not going to be cheap.
Okay. Yeah. Let's say
it's not. Yeah, this ain't going to be cheap. The coins that the smoking tokens are not cheap. I think they start at $4.99. So that's
okay.
That's above the that's not an impulse buy. That's above the average consumer. But that coin has the potential to skyrocket in value.
Sure. Because there are coins out there. Bitcoin isn't the only one. It's just the one that we know.
Yeah, there's Dogecoin,
there's
and
crypto,
Ethereum, and
yeah,
Zapcoin. You can start.
Sons of bitch. Do they have a Zapcoin?
There's no Zapcoin.
All right,
not that I
should
know
be
of.
Zapcoin.
Well, you
That
you should start it.
Pat pending. All right, I just did that. So
You should start it.
digitally
So
Zapcoin.
listen. We're talking out our asses here, and I know the basics of how this works, but I also I love technology. I love the digital world. I think everything I've created has been non-tangible, though. So the potential that you could monetize that.
Well, it's intellectual property. So,
sure,
but taken to its most extreme.
right? As a good,
Yeah.
this episode as a good that does excite me.
Yeah.
That
Well, why not?
yeah. That
And
totally excites me.
The fact that Kevin has had this in his pocket for 4 years,
Yeah, the movie.
the movie.
Sure.
And now he's getting it out. And if somebody wants to buy it and just sit on it,
Somebody will buy it. There's no doubt.
Yeah, okay. Somebody buys it and let's say they just sit on. Let's say Elon Musk. He's like, you know what? I don't do enough for myself. I don't know.
Maybe he's a huge Kevin Smith. He
And
probably
he's a
is.
huge, yeah, he
Let's say
probably is a
he
huge
probably
Kevin
is.
Smith.
I would guess that
And
he
he
is.
says, you know what? I'm gonna pay the $7 million. That's just a throwing out there.
Okay.
Let's say $10 million. He pays $10 million for the rights to Kilroy Was Here.
Yes.
And he's like, I am just going to show this once a month
Right.
at a theater that's close to my house.
Right.
Invite only.
Okay.
How cool would that be? Talk about
Yeah, he could do that.
he
Charge-
could and
sure.
he should do that. Mr. Musk, if you're listening, you should do this. But
Yeah,
think about it.
But what
He-
about that's very limited though. What about all the people around the world who want to see it? What about all
You
the people
gotta
who
have
want-
goals, Ming. Here's your goal to get into Elon Musk's
Okay.
private Kilroy was here
Sure.
screening.
Okay.
That is a coup for anyone. There are 100 seats
Sure.
in there,
Okay.
and he's just showing it once a month.
Okay.
Nobody gets to see it twice.
Okay. No double dipping.
No double dipping.
Okay.
How cool would that be? And what a prestige thing. Talk about I have
with
I
that
do this.
limitation, it that would be exclusive to people with money. You got to go to LA or wherever he's
Well,
screening it.
what if he
You got, and it's not going to be a $15 ticket.
What if
It's
he
gonna
doesn't
be
charge?
exclusive.
What if he's like, you have to get here?
So-
You have to. Where
all
does
right,
Elon
line up.
Musk live? In Texas, right?
I don't know. Let's
Say Arizona.
okay. Let's say Arizona.
So and we're building a cottage industry here because there are going to be people who are trying to counterfeit these things. So you've got a black market going
Yes.
on.
Okay.
I think that the ultimate in prestige things would be to have that limited availability.
Right.
Think about this. When I say the name Harry Shearer, what does that say to
I
you?
think him renouncing. No, wait, was that Hank Azaria or Harry Shearer? Who is
Hank
he doing?
Azaria was
Harry Shearer, I think Simpsons.
Simpsons, and what else? There's something else. He's one of only
Herman's Head. I don't.
he's
know.
only one of like 40 people who have seen The Day the Clown Cried.
Oh, okay. Wow, you're obsessed with this movie.
I'm obsessed with this movie because I swear to God I think
Is
I've
this
seen
Jerry
it.
Lewis? I don't. I like
Jerry Lewis, not Sherry Lewis. Sherry Lewis
or is
was
it
Lamb
Jerry Lewis
Chop.
movie?
Yeah.
Oh, is it like? Oh, it's the one where he entertains the Nazis or the
No,
is it
no,
a concentration camp or
he's thrown in a concentration camp. He was a clown,
and he entertains the people who are being led to gas chambers.
yeah.
And they banned the movie or
he never let it be released.
he never released it. Okay.
He never released it, but I swear to God, and this might be one of those Mandela effects things where they showed it once on television. That was it.
Right.
If anyone out there has also like memories of The Day the Clown Cried, get in touch with me because I swear to God, I did see this movie.
Right, Mitch Halleck, Abbott and Costello Go to the Moon was Harry Shearer's first movie. Is that true? Is that correct? Mitch Halleck will give a shout out to a Terrific Con, Connecticut's Terrific Con.
Terrific Con. I thought it was Terrific
Mike
Con.
and I, alumni of many Terrific Cons.
Terrific Con.
Terrific Con, all one word. Elon Musk's Thunderdome to view Kilroy. Would you be up for that?
That would be kind of cool, but
Fight to the death?
well.
Or just Fight Club. If you get beat up, then if you lose the fight, you don't.
Yeah,
get to
you
see it.
tap out, you're done. It's sort of like
Everyone's all beat up when they go in there.
like you could be the king of Wakanda if you beat the Black Panther.
It looks like when the Simpsons got that trampoline, and then
Yes.
like all those kids got hurt, and then it was like freaking Gone with the Wind.
Yeah.
like the battlefield.
Yeah, it smells funny in there. No, it doesn't.
yeah.
But talk about the ultimate in prestige. But Harry Shearer is one of like 50 people that and
That have seen it.
That have seen it.
Okay.
That Jerry Lewis actually showed, and he said that it was so. And the Mandela effect.
Right.
I feel like I'm one of the 50 people too. So,
Okay.
But if you can say that you've seen The Day the Clown Cried,
Okay.
and it's never been released,
Right.
talk about bragging rights.
Does that make you cool?
I don't know if it makes you cool, but it makes you people want to know. People are going to be interested in you for at least a little while.
Right.
And if you're one of those 100 people who get to see it like once a month,
Yes.
Elon, this is I mean it's not a money-making deal, but talk about prestigious.
It could be
Prestigious.
if he charged like $10,000 per seat.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden this is Jurassic Park. It's like we could charge $20,000 a day. We could charge 25. It's like, oh, I don't want this to be for the super rich. Like we could have a coupon day.
All right, yeah, coupon day. Yeah, that'd be great.
Well, if you're gonna buy Kilroy was here, spare no expense. Spare no expense. So yeah, you want to give some shout outs here?
Yeah, what do we got?
Mitch Halleck, of course, who well, let's go from the beginning here because we love everybody watching right now. AJ Hardy, hey, what's up, guys? Michael Vincent, back-to-back episodes.
Yeah, I know. Weird,
Back
right, Michael?
to back episodes. Nick asked for it. Get off your phone, Mike. Yeah.
No, I was not about to.
Scott Hoverman, 3 Alarm Comics, our friend down south, hosting Brian O'Halloran this weekend down at his shop. What do you think that's going to be like?
Oh, I'm sure they'll have fun.
Right. So yeah, O'Halloran. I hope he scaled back on his travel demands.
Wait a minute, he's got travel demands?
Oh sure, we've flown with him. Yeah,
No.
weren't you with us that one time? We were in the same gate. We were going to a con, and I think it was Florida or something. And he usually in his contract, and he usually in his rider first class ticket.
Wow.
Yeah, so I don't know if Scott had to spring for that, but
Oof.
how they're like, okay, we're going to start boarding, women and children or children under 2 first, and then they're like, all right, first class can board now. I remember he sprung up and he ran into the tunnel. I'm
Get
like,
out of my way, losers.
yeah, but he was the first one, and I'm like, bro, like, there's no rush. There's only 8 seats up there. Like, there's not gonna be a bottleneck.
And the funny
getting
thing is
your
that I
seat.
think I smacked him with my bag when I was walking by, like on
tripped him?
purpose. Like, shit.
Did you stick your foot out like Back to the Future? And
No,
you
I
went
had
down?
I had my backpack and I like swung it in his
Yeah,
face.
I remember.
No.
Like, I was thinking, like, bro, what are you in such a rush for? Because usually, if you're plebes like us, we fly coach because
No, we're usually business class.
no.
No, we're coach. Yeah, we're
maybe
the masses.
Maybe premium economy. And sometimes you can use like points to get us up there.
Right.
But usually, then if they announce that you want to be first in line, so you can put your bag up because it gets full really
Yeah.
quick. And then if it gets full, then they chuck it down below, or you don't get it at all. I was like, bro, there's 8 people. There's plenty of room up there. Yeah,
Yeah, but I wanna put
I was always wondering what his urgency was.
I want to put my bag where I want to put my bag.
Right.
It's got to be right there, and then some fat guy just moves it over.
Yeah, it's real like this has nothing to do with anything. But side note, did you hear Q had to fly coach a couple weeks ago?
No.
He went on a trip and they locked him out of his flight because they said he was too late, and then they got him back on, but the only seat left was by the bathroom. Like the
Wow.
middle seat by the bathroom. Can you imagine? That's the horror. The horror. Brian Quinn flying coach. Practical Jokers. Someone of that caliber.
You know what? Q is such a cool guy. I'm sure he wasn't like, what the hell?
No, well, that was the whole conversation. Was he was very, I want to say he was very Ming Chen about it. He was like, all right, no problem.
What am I gonna? Yeah, my bad. I was late, and Q's always been.
He wasn't that not that he wasn't going that far, and he did get screwed by the agent too. But
Okay.
even then, he didn't flip out. Even
Q's always been pretty
apparently
chill.
Brian Johnson had an incident he didn't flip out. I think these 2 guys are finally learning from me.
Holy crap! Well,
Now there's one guy left who should maybe take a more softer approach to things. Whereas he usually flips out about it. Like you flipped out at the airport once. I saw that. Remember?
Oh my God! Yes. Mrs. Bouvier.
Real quick, we had a connecting flight. The inbound one was late. We had 10 minutes to
Very
get to a
late.
gate. Mike had just had surgery.
I just had hernia surgery, and I couldn't
run. You weren't allowed to run.
I wasn't allowed to run.
Yeah, I ran though. So
You ran.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, here's the move. I'll run. I'll book to the next gate. Tell them that you're behind me, so they'll hold the flight, and then we'll be fine, right? So I booked. I got there, and I was like, whoa, don't close the door. Like I got Mike Zapcic on the manifest. The guy, I got guy traveling with me. Don't close it. He's right behind me. Just had surgery. I told them everything. They're like, well, listen, are you in or you're out? Because we're closing the door right now. And I could have been like,
fuck him.
He'll
Screw Mike.
He's a big boy. He can find his way.
I would have figured it out, and we did. We figured out.
He can get to Myrtle Beach.
But
South
I was
Carolina.
so pissed because I had a legitimate thing.
Medical issue.
Yeah.
By all means, we should have gotten the little golf cart and shit.
They
but-
should have gotten me the golf
Yeah.
cart but I never said anything, so it's my bad.
Yeah, but I did the right thing. I didn't
You did,
screw you. I'm
thank
like,
you.
hey, you know what? I'll just
I
wait for him.
appreciate
We'll
it.
take the next one out. But then you got there, and literally as the plane was pulling away, you got there. You were like, what the? What
I
the
think
hell?
I gave the pilot the finger.
You did. You gave the pilot
I'm like,
the finger.
fuck you.
You were banging on the glass. You were like, I'll never fly this airline again.
I never have.
Well, they went out of business. so-
That's why. Bad customer service,
It was
people.
like U.S. Airways, or I can't remember what. But I was like, Mike, we'll go to the gate.
We actually had lunch. It was a nice lunch,
We had
too.
lunch. I was like, we'll go to the gate. We'll tell them, we were on the flight. They'll put us on the next one. All will be good.
Didn't we have people come up to us and they're like, hey,
Probably.
I know you.
Yeah, while you were all beat red.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, I know you. You're you're that angry guy.
Well,
I'm
I
like,
remember
yeah,
I
that
went to
was
the
me.
gate and I was like, hey, we missed our flight. Can we get on the next one? You're behind me like stewing, like steam's coming off of your head. You may have said a couple expletives. I can't remember.
Under my breath.
But they're like, all right. They're tapping on the terminal and they hand it. They're like, all right, you're on the next flight. They hand us 2 tickets. Mike's was in coach. Mine's in first class.
Yeah, of course.
Because you catch more flies with honey, Mike.
I didn't
Yeah.
call them anything.
Anyways, Tom Norcia, how are you? John M. Price, Stu Statler, Nick Asfor, what's up? No beer. I don't know what that means. Were we talking about
I
beer?
think he's asking, why aren't you drinking beer?
Oh, it's 9. It's 9 in the morning, bro. Even I don't.
Dude, you've done that before.
Yeah,
Don't even.
James McCarty. Good night, morning from Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Nice, James.
That is
thank you.
awesome. Brad Vajasov from Nerdin' Out Con in Rochester, Minnesota. Listening to you guys heading up to our store. Ming, see you in October.
Nice.
I'm in the Nerdin' Out Hall of Fame. Did you know that?
No, nice.
I've been inducted into the Hall of Fame. Me and Jake the Snake Roberts.
Very cool.
Can you imagine that? Sam Hain, what's going on? How are you? Good morning. Jeremy Joseph, yo, what's up? Mike Stick is like Batman. It's got no real power, but it runs that city. Is that true? I think it might be true. You do run the city.
Nick, what are you talking about? And Mike's and my
Vivara
dick?
Santes.
My dick doesn't run anything. What the?
Tuning into, well, it runs your household, doesn't it? I mean, hey, man, it's too early. Still picking out the crust out of my eyes. Hey, at least you're up, man. At least you're up. So I saw Stu Greenberg is here. Stu mentioned that a pharmaceutical guy bought that Wu-Tang album. And
Cool.
Stu is also in the pharmaceutical industry. If I'm not
Okay. So
mistaken.
what did he do with it, Stu? What did he do?
I
Do you
don't-
have
I
a
think-
mixtape?
Well, no, I think that guy went to jail, so I kind of.
Well, so he's using it in jail for cigarettes.
Yes,
Good deal.
Ken Asman, watching from Texas. Always stop by the store when I go back to Jersey.
Thank you, Ken.
Right on. How has the store been
Great.
in the last week?
Great.
Yeah, with people coming in buying stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. As a
Getting
matter of fact,
treated with great service as always.
I hope so. I hope we've got the tools, we got the talent.
What so a lot of people from out of town, tourists, like
Yes.
people wanting to see this. What is the first thing they do when they get in here? Like, do they go back to the quick stop and take a photo? What's the biggest attraction here?
Everything. I mean,
I know,
every
first-
square inch of this store.
Is there like one that's more popular than the other? Like,
The
does-
Buddy Christ, of course.
Buddy Christ is cool.
The Iron Bob is huge. People like to take pictures out in front of the store too, because it's so inviting.
It's pretty
I mean,
cool.
I love the old store. You know that.
How could you not? You spent half your life there.
It's true, and I love the old store. The old store will always have a special place in my heart. But,
Right.
but this place it's home now. I mean, it is. We spent so much time getting this prepped and going over every inch of it. And Ernie O'Donnell and I just we wanted people to have that experience. Like, this is going to be like the comic book experience, and it turned out that people love it.
Well, it was nice because you had a clean slate here, so you could build it. It was like building like Bruce Wayne going, "Hey, I think I want to build a Batcave in here,"
Yeah.
and then he did.
Right.
He had a lot more money. But
We didn't have unlimited funds, but we made do with what we had, and we used the space.
it's good.
I like
Look at this, Anthony Fletcher. Mike is the biggest draw. Such a cool guy when it came to the store. Then we went to the Quick Stop. That's cool.
Awesome. Thank you so much,
Anthony, if you go on Yelp and write a great review, because to offset the bad reviews that Mike has gotten,
Oh my God.
that would be great. And there aren't a lot, but I'm just saying every good review will offset some of the erroneous bad reviews on
That's
Yelp.
so funny, but we've had people who come in with an axe to grind, and there are people who it's so weird. It is like Mike was up at the counter saying stuff under his breath. I'm like, no, I wasn't. I'm sitting here counting. I'm you're like,
Yeah, under
5,
your
6,
breath.
7. Yeah, I'm like 5, 6, 7. How many?
He
did I
wasn't
sell?
wrong.
Yeah, but I think he was like making fun of me or something. I'm like, no, dude,
Yeah.
How was 5, 6? I was counting, making fun of you.
Yeah, Pat Koala, when is the best time to come visit the new stash? Thinking of planning a pilgrimage to a stash in a shared universe. Like, is there a best time?
Monday through Saturday, 11 to 6, best time.
Okay. Well, that means that's because
catch me after lunch, man.
Because you're here.
Yeah.
Well, what time do you eat lunch? It's all.
Well, I'm saying if
relative.
you want to come and visit me here and then go over to a shared universe.
Oh yeah. Totally.
Yeah, come towards the end of the night, and then I'll drive over with you to not in your car. You can follow me.
Sure.
Over to a shared universe, and we can show you around there.
Yeah. Here's a good question I want to address. Corey Pro, are these ever going to audio version like the older episode? So, here's the thing: the I Sell Comics podcast feed. I have no control over it. That's because we're still we're still under the Smodcast banner,
Right.
Which is great because they booted some of the lesser shows off, like Tell 'em Steve Dave, and
Wow.
you know, some
You're just getting all your digs in.
Hey man, I'm
Poor Walt
you know,
and Q
okay
and
man, call
Brian.
a spade, right? So Will Wilkins is in charge of uploading
Right.
those episodes. I've given him the episodes. He has not uploaded the episodes.
Okay.
I'm not, I don't know what the process is.
So you're throwing Will under the bus.
I mean, a little bit because I know. Listen, we work
Will.
in the same industry. It
I got
literally
you.
takes 2 seconds. Like,
I know, but still.
Yeah, and
he's
I'm-
probably
I-
got a whole bunch of
listen,
them, and he'll do it all at once.
listen, I've been trying to get access to the feed, but I guess technically we don't really own it per se. under
no,
the
no,
network
this is.
banner.
And by the way, this episode of I Sell Comics is brought to you by Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash.
Yeah, official
65
sponsors.
They're the official sponsor of I Sell Comics.
Yeah.
and we will talk comics next week. This
Wait,
week
you
is.
didn't read anything?
I haven't.
I did.
What'd you read?
If we're gonna go to that.
All right, then let's do that. If we're gonna go,
if we're gonna,
let's
if
go.
we're gonna go to that, look at you with the surprise. Like you can read.
No, I know you can read, but do you read? That's the question.
I read an excellent comic that everyone should be picking up this week. Batman the Detective #1 is issue 1 of a 6-issue series.
Yes.
Written and illustrated. I don't have it in front of me. That part I can't. I should have written.
Do you want me to go and
if
grab
you could
it?
go grab
All right.
Batman Detective #1 and Spider's Shadow, if you would, if you don't mind, that would be amazing. But if you like Batman, this is the book for you. And not only that, can you count the number of times that Batman has left Gotham City, Mike? He doesn't do it. He's like Walt. He doesn't really leave. Because he's got enough crime to fight in his own house. But something happens overseas in the UK, which he was like, "Well, I gotta leave." So, yes. All right. Thank you very much, Mike. This is where the.
Oh, look, he's flying coach.
I know. Yeah. It does open on an airplane. Where are the credits, dude? Am I looking in the right spot?
Here, hold on.
Here. Can you find that? I'm
Dear
like,
God,
are they in the back? They might be in the
Yeah,
back.
they usually do that these days.
Yeah.
Or
All right, I know art's by Adam Kubert.
this looks like Adam Kubert.
So you should buy this on the art alone, basically, is what I'm saying. But yes, does
There you go.
okay?
Andy, I'm sorry, not Adam. Andy.
Andy Kubert,
Tom Taylor.
Tom Taylor, written by
Tom Taylor, who wrote the excellent Injustice series.
Yes.
The art is fantastic, and he looks like he's dressed up like the Gaslight, Gotham by Gaslight, where Batman hunts Jack the Ripper. He's in that costume. If you can take a look at that,
Yeah,
you can see it.
It's
Nice.
pretty great. Opens up like an action movie on a crashing on an airplane that sadly crashes, but there's a whole action sequence in the beginning. Goes to the UK, meets Knight and Squire.
Yep.
When was the last time you saw them? Not that
back
long
in
ago,
Grant
right?
Morrison's run, yes.
Yeah, so they've been brought back to great acclaim, and you find out why Bruce. I mean, he's at this point right now, and he says it's like, I got nothing holding me back here. I got to go, and major events pull him out of Gotham and take him over to the UK, which London. We haven't been there. We almost made it there.
Yeah, I know. We came this close.
We came
to
that.
London.
We came
Ugh.
close, but yeah, we never made it there.
I was gonna take my family to that one too, so that
Yeah,
would have been nice.
yeah. Well, UK cons. They're coming back. If you need some really awesome, huge American stars.
Yeah, I hear Brian Quinn flies coach. So
No, he always flies. He gets the pod when he goes there.
All right, I'm just saying, he might be amenable to coach if it's London.
Yeah, but yeah, Batman fighting an international enemy or enemies. We're gonna have to find out.
Cool.
But yeah, if this and nothing against Tom Taylor. If this had no dialogue, if it was like the G.I. Joe silent issue, it would still be awesome. The Kuberts, man. So
Of course.
yes, and Spider. If you are a Spider-Man fan.
Yeah, I know. You went to the big two.
This one is for you, or even better, the return, I guess, of the what ifs.
Yes,
My
this is a what
my
if.
favorites.
But this
I
is
love-
a what if series, so
Right. You know why I love the what ifs? Because if this is what we do what ifs here all the time. We got a
course.
TV show out of what ifs. I don't think there's an episode of comic book then that's happened where we don't ask a what if question.
no,
Right.
there is not.
Yes. But what if Peter Parker had kept the symbiote? What if he had become Venom instead of Eddie Brock?
Yeah, what if they bonded?
What if they bonded? What if he liked it? What if he loved it? And why wouldn't you? It sounds pretty awesome.
It's kind of
it-
creepy. It sounds really, really creepy.
Well, I mean,
you've
you
got
know.
a tapeworm, but it gives you superpowers. Would you want that tapeworm?
Yes. Yes, I would.
But,
I probably already had a tapeworm and didn't know it.
And you didn't get superpowers, and you
Well,
still liked it. All right,
yeah, no,
whatever, but
I pooped a lot.
All right.
Is that a superpower? No,
can-
it is not.
we can't do an I Sell Comics without talking about pooping or whose
No.
dick runs a city. Nice.
No, we can't. We can't. But these were because I honestly haven't read a lot of stuff in a while, and this is like, whoa, this is what I've been missing. Holy crap! I gotta start reading more. Yes.
at
What are you
Riley.
pointing to? Riley Rivera, my son, Gotham.
I know, seriously. You
Loves
got
Batman.
him predisposed to liking Batman.
But I think he likes Spider-Man more. Well, you can legally change your name.
Yeah,
right?
to Peter or Empire.
Oh, here's a good question, Shandwicki. What if Comic Book Man came back?
That'd be pretty cool.
Well, that would be in an alternate dimension, though, right? We want it to really come back. Well, even if it was on another Earth, though.
Yeah.
Like and we still didn't get paid. Like
Right.
we're still not getting paid, right? So, we would still be rock stars on another dimension.
Johnny Rose has a question.
Yeah.
Not even a question.
Spider's Shadow
It's more of
sounds
a
amazing.
statement.
Two has only a 4-issue run. I mean, but the what ifs were
Yeah.
only one issue, so you're getting four
You're getting
times.
3 extra, and you're also getting. Who knows where this will go if it sells really well, which I think it will. You're going to get a lot more of these.
Yeah, and might I suggest a vintage issue of what if the Punisher
Had become
Venom.
Venom. That was-
Really great issue.
Yeah, it is very
super
good.
dark. Like for the
Oh
time.
my God, yeah.
It,
Actually, most of if you ever read a what if back in the 70s and 80s,
Mm-hmm.
they were all really dark because you could cut loose and you had there were no constraints. You
Yes.
could kill whoever you wanted
Sure.
to. They had what if Peter Parker had saved his Uncle Ben
yeah.
and he became essentially Ari Gold.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was a producer, and he's making all these deals, and he jumps on, he gets the Fantastic Four
Right.
in his corner, the Avengers, the X-Men. He's like, X-Men, you guys could use, you mutants could use a public relations makeover, and he turns all these guys into like media superstars, and he goes after Daredevil, and it's a really, really dark.
So what you're
take
saying,
on it.
because I've been trying to collect all the vintage what ifs. I don't have that one. You're saying that it doesn't turn out well. I think most of them don't.
Most of
really
them don't turn out well. Like they had one. What if Phoenix had not died?
And it doesn't.
And it does not end well for
butterfly effects
not just
and-
for us, but for everyone in the universe. So
Yeah. Matt Olson, let's see the comics. And this is different covers, right? There are a couple variants.
Yeah, there are like
there's
3
a
or
red
4
one.
variants.
Cool. Yeah, sorry, we don't have a cameraman, or else I'd zoom
he'd
in on
zoom
this.
in.
But just go buy the book.
Yeah.
You could get it right in front of your face for sure. What do you have there, Mike?
I have
Oh, this is
3.
a Lock and Key Sandman crossover.
Yes, I have the
Dude,
Lock and Key Sandman
Why wouldn't
crossover.
you pick this up?
This is
Ooh.
why wouldn't you? This is number 1.
Helen Gone. Is that the subtitle?
Yes,
Nice.
because Lock and Key. I don't know if anyone remembers from Sandman. This is co-written by Joe Hill, and Neil Gaiman actually has a hand in this.
I would hope so.
Yes,
That's pretty awesome collaboration.
this
then.
is this is pretty dope. I like Lock and Key, but I love the Sandman. I mean, Sandman was fantastic. Unfortunately, I haven't read this yet, but I'm telling you what I think are going to be the hot picks.
I mean, if you came in, you would pick. This would be in your pile.
Of course.
If you had to pay for comics again.
And I've been well. I still do have to pay for comics, Ming. Hate to tell you. Hate to shatter that illusion.
You don't read them and put them back like I do.
No, of course not.
Oh,
I like having.
Okay.
See,
Oh, right.
I
All
like
right.
fungible.
I disclaimer, Mike gets a discount.
I do get a discount. Well, you would too. So
Oh yeah, I get the 5-finger discount. But
yeah,
did I just say that? I
yeah,
just said
you're a
that.
horrible human
I'm
being.
I am horrible.
This is from our friend, Cullen Bunn.
Oh, nice.
He wrote Phantom on the Scan. And from what I understand, this is there is a comet that falls that
This is
gives people
Aftershock?
powers. It's Aftershock.
Right.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of indie comics these days, and this is on my pile. And Minky Woodcock, the girl who electrified Tesla.
I love Tesla.
So do I. That's why I picked this up.
I think
By Cynthia Von Bueller.
all his stuff got stolen and he died penniless and
I know.
a horrible death. But he was right. And imagine that we never had to plug in our cell phones again.
No,
Well,
or anything.
yeah, or anything. He was right. He was right.
And Cynthia Von Bueller this is from Hard Case Crime, Titan Comics.
Yeah.
And she's also got The Girl Who Handcuffed Houdini. So I'm looking forward to that one as well.
That's cool. What hard case comic? Hard case.
Hard
crime.
Hard Case
Titan
Crime.
Comics.
It's from Titan Comics.
Titan.
Yeah, and this
Wow.
looks great, and it's got kind of a pulpy feel, like one of those dime store novel covers, which I love. I used to love looking those on the spinning racks. They had that specific spinning rack.
Yeah.
So
That's cool,
Yeah.
man. So those are five.
must-haves from
that-
your comics
that-
shop this week. Plus, there's other stuff. There's
Gets our stamp of approval.
Batman Scooby-Doo Adventures, or I'm sorry, Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries, where he's on the hunt for the purple gloves he wore in his very first couple of cases.
Oh.
Batman is
Wait,
looking for
does
them.
Batman also leave Gotham for that one?
I believe so. Well, he's
Oh.
on the road.
Okay.
The Super Sons are back in the Challenge of the Super Sons. Looking forward to reading that.
Does Batman get to drive the mystery machine? You said
Why would he
Scooby-Doo,
want
right?
to? Why would you? That's like, does he get to drive a jalopy? No, it's a crappy. I would think that driving the Batmobile, and then it'd be like driving a go-kart.
Right. And speaking of the Batmobile, somebody just asked here, is like, Ming, why did you sign the mystery machine? Which I believe is the one from Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, I
Right.
think. And here it is. And Justin Franklin, question, how did Ming Chang sign the autographed Scooby-Doo bus? The mystery machine. I think I understand the question. It must have been when we went to Kansas City that one
Oh
time.
my God! Yes,
and the
actually,
guy
so
had
did
the-
I.
Yeah, so your autograph should be on there too.
My autograph is on there, and he had us both do it, and I was like, all right, I'll do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So that's if that's the one you're talking about, that I think he must have asked us to sign it. Which, whenever people ask us to sign that, or sometimes when people just have us sign random comics,
Oh, yeah.
I feel bad because like, I listen, I didn't have anything to do with this.
Yeah, I usually write
we're-
that. I had nothing to do with this.
We're devaluing this, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey, CGC guy, please disregard my signature.
yeah, for sure.
Please forgive the lateness of my reply.
Yes, please forgive me for what I'm about to do.
Yes. And that's Taylor in the background for all who
Yeah,
were
somebody was
asking.
like high special guest in the
Taylor's
background.
awesome. That was Pat Koala, I believe.
Yes, high special guest. Yes, that's Taylor.
That's Taylor. Say hi to
can-
Taylor.
You can call her, I guess.
You can
and
call
does
her
She
here,
answer
yeah.
the phone.
She'll answer the phone.
All right, right on.
She'll be like, no, I don't want to talk to you.
No, and so neither does Mike. Mike don't want to talk to you either. I don't like you. He doesn't like you. He doesn't like you. I don't like you either.
We just watched that the other day.
Star Wars?
Yeah.
So good.
So great. And I fell down that rabbit hole again.
You watched
And
all 9 episodes
yes, we did. And
Solo?
No, I did
Rogue
not
One?
watch Solo. We watched Rogue One. Yes.
You hate
no
Solo that much?
Solo was it was unwatchable.
It's not unwatchable. I watched it again. It's not that
It's
bad.
terrible. And
I think Woody
we're in the
Harrelson's
middle of
quite good in it.
We're in the middle of
actually.
Clone Wars. Well, Woody Harrelson's great and everything. It doesn't mean that you need to like the Hunger Games. You need to like Woody Harrelson.
Right.
Like Doc Hollywood. Actually, Doc Hollywood's a bad example because that was a great movie on all fronts.
Yeah, but you started watching Clone Wars again?
Yeah, we're in the middle of Clone Wars, and then we're going to go to Rebels. And because I've got this app on my phone, and I'll give him a shout out
Okay.
because maybe they'll give me a little less on
Is it
mine.
the comic book one?
Yes, the comic, the Key Collector.
Key Collector. Definitely grab Key Collector.
If you get a chance.
If you want to
should.
make money buying and selling comics, go grab Key Collector.
Go grab Key Collector.
Yes.
Key Collector. And I was checking it out, and there are a lot of really great Star Wars books because we got a collection in, and I've got Key Collector, so I'm like checking
Sure.
to make sure that I don't have any $1,000 books on my hands. But I do have the first appearance of Dr. Aphra. Now you don't know who that is, but she figured very.
Well, I read it
prominently.
from the comics, but
Yes.
when was her first true appearance in any format?
She was Darth Vader #3.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
The Darth Vader Volume 1 #3
Right.
from Marvel.
Right.
And
Came out 5 years ago?
Came out
6?
5 or 6 years
Yeah,
ago,
yeah.
and it's going for some serious coin. And just so happened to have it, and there were a couple of others in there that I was like looking at, and then I fell down that rabbit hole. I'm like, holy crap! Like Kanan, it had the last Padawan. Kanan, the last Padawan,
has exploded.
Yes, I know. It's insane the money that it's going for, mainly because there have been announcements for Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Ahsoka coming
Right.
to you from Disney Plus.
Right. And Grand Admiral Thrawn. And,
Grand Admiral
Ezra,
Thrawn and Ezra Bridger.
and Ezra Miller. And
Ezra Bridger they're going to be prominently featured in
Okay.
that, from what I understand.
Okay.
But there's also Hera. Oh my God, I'm blanking on her last name, but Hera. She was Kanan's paramour in Rebels, and so she is being rumored to replace the Cara Dune character in Mandalorian. Hera Syndulla, that's what it is. Hera Syndulla, and so when that happens, her first appearance in comics is going to go through the roof, and I'm trying to get ahead of that little train. So
All right,
I was
better than Bitcoin, everybody.
Yeah, I know, right? So
and you can read it.
Right. And you can. So I picked up the Kanan omnibus. They made an omnibus, which is really weird because it's like $75 for like this much. But I was like, okay, I'll pay for it. So I purchased it, got it, and I'm
Again,
like, wow,
discount disclaimer, but
No. I had
discount?
to go to a secondary source to find this because
Wow.
it's sold out everywhere. I had to go on eBay. So I went on eBay.
that's like
picked
you
it up.
flying coach, dude.
I know, it's insane. I don't pay retail for anything. So I read it, and it's really good. It's a nice little deep dive into the character of Kanan Jarrus, Caleb Dune, for you people out there who are purists.
Yes.
And how he came to be, the last Padawan, and how he escaped General Order 66.
Well, pick up Key Collector, everybody, if you want to.
yeah.
Hey, you could be sitting on a gold mine.
You
could.
probably are,
Yeah.
or you might be. And don't use your comic books as coasters or footrests, folks. Please,
No, because you never know.
never do.
Real quick, I heard you got the shot, the super soldier shot.
I did.
Which one did you get?
I got the Moderna.
Oh, you did? Okay. You didn't get the Johnson & Johnson one that they
No.
just pulled. So I think O'Halloran got it.
Oh, did
And
he?
now he's sounding a little nervous.
He's like all blood clotty.
Yeah, they pulled it off the market.
Like he's like, I can't move. My blood's clotted.
is that just him that, he
Worry wart?
No, that he can't move. He's like, oh man, I did, like, it's like, maybe he's a little out of shape or something. Like he can't move around. All right, I thought you got
you're bitch slapping everybody today, Ming. Holy Christ!
Hey, come on, man. We haven't done this in a while. It's
I
been
know.
all pent up ball busting.
I know. It's role reversal, folks. I'm the one who's calm and not
Hey,
angry.
you're learning.
And you,
what's going on here? Did you, Quinn Johnson?
But you are getting more and more angry. I guess you're just
I'm
absorbing.
not angry. I'm just saying, I don't want.
I'm just saying how I feel.
Listen,
which,
I don't want.
If you don't like, you can go to hell.
Right, but I don't want his nuts to fall off. I don't want your nuts to fall
Thank
off.
you
I don't want
very
anyone's
much.
nuts to fall off. But this, this could be, this could be what's going on. So no side effects.
No, none. My arm hurt.
Yeah, that's not even a side effect.
No.
That's just what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, because I didn't even feel it.
No,
you know?
yeah, I didn't either. I thought it was.
I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. My arm hurt, and I was a little logy for 2 days. Taylor, was I was all right, right?
Yeah, you were fine.
Yeah, I came into work. I did my job.
Well, I mean, were you fine, or was it you just couldn't tell a difference, but you were like sluggish?
I was a
You
little
couldn't-
sluggish,
Couldn't
but
really tell the whole.
not yeah. What you saying? I'm a lazy sack of crap.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying.
But I'm
I
just
gotcha.
saying. Yeah.
Here's Johnny.
All right.
Yeah, we got another. Thank you, John.
All right.
We got another special guest here. So, it looks like it's time for me to open up the store.
Okay. Again, this episode brought to you by Jane Silent Bob's Secret Stash. Also, we've been kicking ass here live. This is the one thing we can control that goes out. Hopefully, the audio episodes will be going up soon.
Okay, that'd
but
be
you
nice.
can always watch Facebook Live. This will go up on YouTube. But with these numbers, I'm like, dude, if anybody else wants to sponsor us. It is, before I did.
It's on!
No, before we didn't really have a running count of people watching, but it's I think last week after we posted it, like 5,000 people. It was great. So, I mean, we do have a sponsor over at the Shared Universe, which I would love to shout. Pressing Matters.
Yes.
They're comic book related. They, they can, what they have done for the books that I've given them, it's like Cocoon. It was like Cocoon, where they took like Wilford Brimley and turned him into, younger
Wilford Brimley.
younger Wilford Brimley.
Who would
Yeah,
that be? Ed Asner?
I guess. Yeah.
I mean, actually, I think Wilford Brimley might be younger than Ed Asner.
well,
That's
he's
weird.
no longer with us. So
Wilford Brimley's dead?
yes,
When did he
is.
die?
Like I don't know, 6 months ago. Not that
COVID?
long. No, I don't believe so. He's just old.
The diabetes?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
the
It
sugar
wasn't-
diabetes.
It was no. If anything, he ate his Quaker Oats every day. It was not. He did not have diabetes. So
He passed a pig through his
yeah.
colon.
But if
whole.
anybody is interested, like we have this great platform.
Can you
now.
imagine if Wilford Brimley is like, I'm not dead, and he's still on here? He's
Yeah.
like, I'm watching you, mother.
Yeah. Email me, Ming at ashareduniverse.com would
Cool.
be probably the easiest way. Or you're watching on Facebook. Send me a Facebook message. We would love to highlight you. Basically, I mean, we would like get a couple bucks back so we can buy
Coffee?
Kilroy was here some
Oh, that'd be pretty awesome.
some smoking.
Keep it in the family.
Some smoking tokens. Yeah. Why not? Why not? That would why?
Oh, we could show.
Why not
Kilroy
we-
was here.
Sure.
We could set up some tables in the back.
That would be like the ultimate in
$50,000.
reinvesting in yourself.
Yeah,
really.
$50,000 a ticket.
Yeah, for sure. So,
Elon Musk need
contact
not
me.
apply.
We would love some. We would love to have like.
That's what you get,
banners here.
Elon, for not buying the movie when
Well,
you had the
wait,
chance.
wait.
Now it's ours.
It doesn't become available for purchase until a week from today. April
Sorry,
21st.
Elon. Didn't mean to dish you. Okay.
Yeah, don't kill the sale, dude.
All right, I'm sorry. All right.
Don't kill the
All right.
sale.
Hey, Elon, get out there.
Yeah.
Bring your checkbook.
All right. You got anything else?
Nothing except for it's New Comics Day.
420s next week. Do you have
Yes,
any further
I do.
announcements?
I've-
Can you any updates? So you really teased it last week.
420. I have got we're giving away to anyone who comes in that day, 420, from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Anyone who spends $42 in the store gets a Kevin and Jason signed original print that is limited signed to only 100 people
Okay.
that day.
Wow. When
Yep.
do you reveal what it looks like? I guess you're waiting for Kevin to do it, right?
No. Well, no. It's I could, but I'm not going to. Maybe, just maybe.
gotta
If you
post
follow
it.
me on Twitter or Instagram,
Okay.
I'll put it on there.
At Michael Zapcic.
At Michael Zapcic,
Okay.
Michaelzelpcic.
So you can reveal what because I saw it. It's badass.
It is really badass, and
It's-
I will be showing that probably next.
Well, next week will be the day.
Oh, I know
No,
that
it'll be-
next
it'll be-
Tuesday will be the day.
Okay.
But I will probably do it Saturday.
Okay.
I
stay
will do a
tuned,
teaser
everybody.
on Saturday.
Can you, if you don't come in, can you call in and spend money and get it, or do you not want to ship it out?
To be
You'll
honest with you,
figure-
I'll have to roll it, and if you call up and spend $100 for stuff,
Okay.
and it can be VSQ, it can be comic books, it can be whatever the
Okay,
hell you
then
want.
you can get one.
Then you can get one.
Okay. You're gonna want this.
You will
awesome.
want this. It is eminently frameable. It is gorgeous.
Okay. I love it.
And can I can yell out Nate's name, right? Nate would love it. Nate. Dark Nate.
Dark Knight Returns. Yes.
Yeah.
He did the art.
He did the artwork.
Okay. It's very good.
He's excellent.
He's
You're going to
very,
love
very
it,
good.
folks.
Okay, stay tuned.
You'll love it.
Stay tuned.
Yes.
Check out, if you're not following Mike on social media, follow
Screw
him.
you. No, I'm
Well,
sorry.
no, follow him or you're not going to get...
Yeah, you're not going to get the
you
teaser.
you get all this stuff. So, all right, right on.
Yeah.
That's cool. 420, everybody.
Happy 420.
All right, thank you. Will you ship to Scotland, Dee Dee Lythe, which is great. Dee Dee will pay for that shipping. So
we would have to figure it out.
Dee Dee, get in touch with Mike. You have his.
Yeah, you got
contact
the phone number here.
information.
732.
For you, you should. For her, you should do it.
All right. Well, maybe.
She's contributed.
Yes, Dee Dee's awesome.
Both morally and financially to
morally and
the things that
financially.
we have done here.
Good deal.
Yeah, get in touch with Mike Dee. So
All right, folks.
Will he ship to Scotland? Can he ship to Scotland?
TBD.
Yeah. Yes. Will he ship to Scotland?
TBD.
That's up to him. So, all right. Thank you for listening and watching, everybody. Thank you. This is fun. You got anything else? That's it. So
No, we'll see you next week,
Okay,
folks. And
and-
there you go.